Hello, friends. What follows is a letter I just wrote to a distinguished English author nearing death who rejects all notions of an afterlife. You might know somebody like him. Dear Sir, I greatly enjoyed, I name his latest book. I'm 83 and blessed with good health except for failing vision. I'm a retired religious studies professor and author of 18 books, 12 of them fiction. Like you, I sometimes struggle to remember the title of one of my recent novels. A very funny and endearing admission from him, I must say. When I was 25, just back from Vietnam, I read Bertrand Russell's Why I Am Not a Christian to Test My Faith. And in a span of 2 days, my faith, which had served me well in wartime, was in smithereens. Russell argued that since the brain produced consciousness, then extinction was the only logical outcome when it died. Unless, of course, you've been brainwashed into believing a soul that had no evidence to support it. I had no answer to make to Russell. He had me. In the last 50 years, however, a different way of looking at this issue has emerged. It all started with Raymond Moody's Life After Life, published in 1975, which introduced the world to the near-death experience, or the NDE. We have come a long way since then. A case has been gradually building for an afterlife not based on religion, but on evidence that is scientific and thoroughly secular. In my book, When Did You Ever Become Less by Dying? This is a quote from Rumi. I pulled together the best strands of evidence for survival of death. The very best come from psychical research. The near-death experience, deathbed visions, reincarnation memories of little children, communication from the so-called dead through mediums, apparitions, poltergeists, spirits that reach out to us through electronic instruments, spirits that attach themselves to our bodies, and episodes of terminal lucidity in Alzheimer's patients are all included in this book. But philosophy has a lot to say as well, and I treat of it there. In simple terms, I lay out the evidence against reductive materialism that claims all our experience is generated by the brain and that we perish at death. Viewing the brain as a physical instrument put to good use by the immaterial self is much more consistent with the evidence. I bring together memorable examples and careful analysis of each type of evidence. Each is imposing enough by itself, but taken together, they build a case for survival that is, for me and many of my colleagues, indeed most of them, insurmountable. Life after death, as mysterious as it is, should no longer be considered a hypothesis, but like dark matter, a fact. The key here is a view of the self as an immaterial conscious entity that uses the body, especially the brain, to navigate in physical space. So long as the instrument works well, the self, the user, you and I, in our essence, function healthily. What happens when the brain fails? Often with devastating results. An advanced Alzheimer's victim, to take an example, is transformed into a human vegetable, not because the self is damaged, but because the instrument is damaged. Just as a computer with a glitch prevents communication via email or texting, so a damaged brain prevents communication via thought and intention. There's nothing wrong with the self. It's hidden, only with its instrument. When death for such an unfortunate soul occurs, the incarcerated, the hidden self, is freed and wings its way into another world, that world we call the afterlife. You might be thinking that this is all well and good and quite cheery, but where is the evidence? My book and many more present it. I hate to see good people who have given so much to the world pass from it so hopelessly. Atheists who believe that death is just, as you put it, the universe doing its stuff, will be in for a happy, I dare say amazing homecoming. No God to size you up, no angels strumming harps, just good company among old friends and those dearest to you. This will be only the beginning of an adventure too strange and wondrous to write much about. There will be regrets as you review your life. It won't be an insouciant joyride, far from it, but it will be a new life under new circumstances you would never want to miss and wouldn't be able to miss if you wanted, because that's the way the universe really works. The great historian Arnold Toynbee was an atheistic agnostic until the last year of his life, when he discovered the near-death experience. His last book was titled Life After Death. That was 1976, co-authored with Arthur Koestler. Today, 50 years later, there are mountains of evidence compared to what they had. You have been a blessing to me. May I be one to you. I'm Stafford Beatty, the Afterlife professor. Good day.